All right, Shalom. We the real Hebrew Israelites come out here week after week and prophesy the downfall and the collapse of this place, America, also known as Babylon the Great, pursuant to the scriptures, as well as to wake up the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And as always, before we begin, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem, Rakakodas, or Wahar Rakakodas. All right, Wahar is and the Holy Spirit. Ba'ashem in the name. It's the same, it's the same message, man. All right? But anyway, man, we back out here. And the mere fact that we out here is a testament and really an indictment on America, man. Because before the Lord took down any kingdom, what he did, he raised up his prophets to highlight the atrocities and the wickedness and the sins that were being perpetuated in that kingdom, man. And pretty much to sentence that kingdom before he actually took it down. What you got? Yep, bring it up.
Yeah, the Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before the old prophets both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, so the prophets that have been before us, and before thee of old, they prophesied against many kingdoms and countries, all right, and many great civilizations and systems, man. Matter of fact, give me, is that 2 Peter 3? Where it say the world of old, started like the 9th verse. Because even in the time of Noah, Noah was a prophet, man, that prophesied of a downfall. A lot of people think the time of Noah, they was primitive, walking around like cavemen. No, man, that was an actual system that was set up, and wickedness was being pushed under the banner of that system, man. And the Lord Yahweh took that place up by way of a great flood, And this world right now is reserved for fire. All right, go ahead up.
Yeah, it's 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter. Yeah, it's 2 Peter chapter 2, and verse 5, it says, "And spare not the old world, but save Noah, a person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly."
Right. Matter of fact, no, give me the third.
Okay.
2 Peter 3. Well, start at the field verse.
Okay, kind. All right. Yeah, this 2 Peter 3:5. "For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water, and in the water. Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water."
Right, the world that then was. That was a system, man. That was a society, a civilization that was set up. And the Lord said they willingly ignorant of that. Because why the Lord left that, everybody know about the flood, the story of the flood, man. It's even in other different the books, So the Lord did that for a reason. It's left. Matter of fact, you can get that in Jude too. You read it.
Yeah, 2 Peter 3:6. It says, verse 7, it says, "But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men."
Yeah, and the ungodly men is Esau, man. So this world is kept in store for that nuclear holocaust that's going to happen, man. And through the Spirit, I did a video earlier today dealing with this guy Fusion, and he boasting in these new supersonic missiles, man, that's maneuverable to the point where they can evade all missile defense systems, man. And pretty much Putin, he rendered all missile defense systems as useless, man. But that can be filtered through the scripture, all right? So, yeah, go ahead. So, real quick, that's what the Lord is going to do. That's the instrument that the Lord is going to use. That's the vehicle the Lord is going to choose this time to destroy this current world, this current system by fire, man. It's going to be in the form of a thermonuclear holocaust, which is World War III. And guess what? Yeah, World War III is actually biblical, man. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this Jude, verse 7. "Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh."
Yeah, and that strange flesh talking about homosexuality, man. All right, and that's what you Americans do, man. You actually turn a blind eye. So you support that. You encourage fucking homosexuality out here, man, in America. And if you dare even say or speak anything against it. Just say if you're a sportscaster and you've got a prominent job, you subject to lose your job, man, and your welfare, your living. All right, because these fucking devils here in this.
Nah.
Okay, we're reading that again. Huh?
Yeah, God. Yeah, this Jude, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Right, and that's going to be in the form of World War III, man. So that's what you Americans got to look forward to. And when we were bragging out this information, starting with the apostles, our elders, and our teachers years back, you people dismissed that. But now you got to entertain their thought, man. Because when you turn on the news, you see all these different nations, they boasting in their military might, especially as it pertains to their nuclear capability, man. See? Now, what's the coincidence? We've been teaching that idea, and we've been telling you that is actually biblical. That's a part of biblical prophecy. Then what's the coincidence that's the momentum right now, man? These different nations test fire with them, all right? You got all this tension between America, even amongst its allies, man. All right? So guess what? That's the Lord rapidly bringing this thing to pass. You got something?
Yeah,
hey, somebody give me Jeremiah 41 and 46. Go ahead.
That is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
Right, and that's what's happening, man. All right, the mighty man is waking up. That's symbolic to all these militaries, because the battle of Yahweh Shaphat, all right, which is the Most High's judgment, Yahweh's judgment, that's got to be fulfilled. So we're in the beginning stages of that. Really, we're in the thick of this thing, man. Really, when you think about it, World War III already has started. But the climax is going to be American destruction, right? Go ahead.
It says, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pointy hooks into spears.
Right, and that's symbolic for all these different nations turning their resources into beefing up their militaries, man. And in particular, their nuclear capabilities, all right? America is not the only nation with the nuclear power now, man. Thus the old saying, there's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. See? Go ahead,
It says, let the weak say I am strong.
Yeah, let the weak say I am strong. That's why you got India, Pakistan, you got all these different nations that actually got nuclear missiles, man. That's the weak saying that I am strong. You see? That was a time where these different nations wouldn't have dared came up against America. They wouldn't have resisted America. But now, for the sake of prophecy being fulfilled, the Lord has given these different nations the capability to bolster their nuclear might. All right? Go ahead,
Yeah, kind of. Going over there, Isaiah 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Right, and that's what the other nations, they looking at you, oh, give me that small, I'm going to make you smaller on the head. Because that's how these other nations looking at you, man. They're looking at you as insignificant now. All right, that was a time where these different nations, they would surrender, They'll just surrender to whatever America wanted, man. They'll let America come up in there and build military bases and set up embassies. But now the Spirit of the Lord is allowing these other nations to boost up their nuclear capability, man. And guess what? The climax of that, when the dust settled and the smoke cleared, America gonna be left totally desolate, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
Yeah, how did he shake kingdoms? Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Baghdad, and there's plenty of other instances where these devils have bombed other nations, man. But they control the media. So they're going to allow you to see what they want to see, what they want you to see, to create a narrative. But since they came into power, they've been in war, man. Because that's fulfilled Genesis 27 chapter. All right? Esau's blessing will be the sword, man. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just looking at a video the other day saying Esau, ever since America was established, 94% of America's life been war, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a part of that blessing, man. That's part of that blessing. That's smart, man. So everything centers around America, centers around Esau is war, man. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, Con, this Obadiah verse 1, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord.
Right, and there goes rumor, all right? We have heard a rumor. Somebody, hey, give me Jeremiah 51 and 46 real quick. And somebody hold Matthew 24 and 6 on there. Where it said rumors of war. So the scripture said we have heard a rumor, all right? We're going to find out what that rumor is, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 36.
46.
It's like it. 46. Jeremiah 51 and 46. Unless your hearts faint, and ye fear of the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year.
Right, just because it haven't all came together, the Lord been kind of throwing it out there, it'll intensify, it'll build speed, it'll build, momentum, and then it'll die down. All right, since the apostles came on the scene around 2007, it's been intensifying, and it'll fall back. You'll hear a rumor this year and a rumor that year. All right, and the scripture's spot on. Go ahead.
A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come.
And hold on, let's find out what that rumor is. Give me that Matthew 24 and 6.
God, yeah, this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah, and that's the rumor, man. Rumor is World War III, man. And really through the spirit, we spread the rumor, right? The mouthpiece of the Lord, which is the prophets of Yahweh Shah. We spread that rumor. We pushing that vibration out there that America is about to be destroyed. And World War III, a third world war, is not just a figment of the so-called white man imagination, man. They got all these scenarios how the world can end, whether it be an asteroid or you know what I mean, a so-called natural disaster, hurricane, a big, huge tsunami. No, man. This current system is going to end by way of World War III, man. All right? And that's that rumor of war your house is talking about. So go back here.
It says, and after that in another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler.
See? Ruler against ruler. Which that cuts you niggas out there in Georgia, you top niggas. You say that it ain't going to be missiles. They say it's going to be lightning. No, they think they're going to be all natural disasters. Well, their whole thing is, the Most High, he don't need so-called white man's technology to destroy, to take down this system. He got his own. Well, the scriptures just say, ruler against ruler, man. And that's actually justice. Because the Lord going to take this man down the same way he came into power. Matter of fact, give me that right quick now. I think it's Proverbs 26 and 27. See, that's poetic justice, man. All right? The scripture take, and give me that in Galatians 6 and 7, somebody. That's the Lord, man. The Lord is very just. He pay you back. You get exactly what you get put in and what you get out with the Lord, man. Go ahead, out.
Yeah, this Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
Right, so whoso dig a pit, you're going to fall in that pit. And what that pit, the so-called white man does, these nuclear missiles, man. The Lord put the spirit on these scientists, to fulfill Isaiah the 54th chapter. I created the Smith. So the Lord put the spirit on them to create the missiles, and they use that as a way to, throw their weight around, man. But now that very same creation is going to be to their demise. Read it again.
God, it says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
And that stone is somebody to that weaponry, man. Just like they rolled them stone down on them gooks over there. They rolled that stone down on Baghdad, the Middle East and all these different places. That same stone gonna roll down on their ass, man. All right? Yep, go ahead.
Book of Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right, and that's Esau, man. They got to be killed with the sword. This is how they came into power. In Numbers, they tell you that in Numbers, with that Numbers 35.
Yep.
Blood of the land. The blood of the land. It got it. Only way that blood could be you know, rectify is by what? That same the person that shed that blood. That's justice right there, man. Can't get no more just than that. Go ahead.
Here is the patience and faith of the saints.
Right, and that's the Israelites, and particularly the elect, man. We patiently are waiting on the day where the Lord is going to take this place out. But you got a lot of people that might say, what you going to do in that day? But we're going to be delivered, because our deliverance can't come unless there's a destruction, man. All right? So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? With the Lord, a reward is not always good. A reward is good or bad. You know, you're going to get your due. You're going to get your due. What you put in, that's what I'm going to give you back. All right? Go ahead.
It says, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Yep, go ahead.
God, it says, I am Alpha and Omega.
Yep, according to as his work shall be, man. Now, what is the works of Esau, man? It's treacherously dealing toward the other nations, especially toward Israel, you know? All right, towards the earth, man. Matter of fact, give me that Revelation, that 11 and 18. Esau got a lot to pay for, man. So everything this man did, the pit that he dug, he got to fall in that same pit. Right? That's the justice of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and that wrath is come at the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should have given reward.
They're going to reward again. All right, go ahead.
Unto thy servants, the prophet.
Yeah, and that's dealing with us. We coming into the time where the Lord is going. Hey, the Lord just said that. He coming to do his reward for your works, whether they good or bad. So the Lord going to reward his servants, and he also, go ahead.
His servants, thy prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Right, so the Lord will destroy them which destroy the earth. And through a process of elimination, who could you come up with? The only conclusion you can come to after you break it down, I don't care what formula you use, it's going to point, the paper trail going to go back to the so-called white man. Because they got whales swimming up the shore with trash, with McDonald's cups all in them, man. You know what I mean? Hey, it was a while back. You had different sea life that was jumping out the seas, committing suicide, man. Because they started them just dealing with the poison that the so-called white man put in the ocean, man. All this is under this man's watch, man. The devil. All right? Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, this is on Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yep, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Go ahead.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right, and this proves that the wicked is in rulership. Everybody's mourning, man. I don't give a damn who you is, man. You got to complain. You wake up complaining about something. You know, you mourning, man. It shouldn't be that way. All right, why is that? Why is it that way? Because the wicked is in power, man. All right, and everything that this man has sown, matter of fact, give me that little Galatians 6.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 6. It's Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap.
Right, be not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever man sow, that shall he also reap. So Esau, Edom, all right, being the so-called modern-day white man, starting with their top-tier elites, they have sown, like the author said, number rape, robbery, and murder. All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, tells us. Matter of fact, get that Isaiah 14. This is real quick. Isaiah 14 chapter tells us, all right, about ruling over your oppressor, man. All right, we just read Galatians 6 and 7. All right. The book of Revelation 13 and 10 just said, all right, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So whatever you sow, that shall you also reap. All right, Isaiah 14 and start at verse 3.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage, wherein thou wast made to serve.
Jump to matter of fact, verse 2. Isaiah 14 and verse 2.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
All right, so the house of Israel are the people that shall take the who? Go ahead up.
I'll read it again. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to that place.
And the people is Israel. The scripture gonna tell you. Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
And that them is who? Starting with the top tier elites of the so-called modern day white man. That's him reaping what he sowed. All right, which is what? Hardcore bondage. Okay, and after the hardcore bondage of the so-called modern day white man, unlike us, the Hebrew Israelites, we wasn't sold into captivity for our destruction. You're going to be into captivity, and that's going to lead to your total extinction, man. Go ahead, up.
And they shall take them captives who captives they were.
Who had us under the yoke of iron, man? Who had us under our foot and still have it unto this day? The so-called modern day white man, starting with their top tier elites. Go ahead, up.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And that day coming, we shall rule over our oppressors. That's the so-called modern day white man reaping what he sowed. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3.
No, that's it on that.
Yeah. And that's Galatians 6 and 7. That's what I brought out, Revelation 13 chapter. See, nobody gets away from your Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Everybody pay. We paid. We paid for our sins, man. For breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah. So how much more the heathen? The scripture even talk about that. Shall you go all together unpunished, man? You know? So,
yeah, it's second Ezra chapter 4, verse 30, you say 31. Yeah, 4:31. Wonder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the gain of evil seed have brought forth.
Right, and that's what the so-called white man done. Ever since they came into power, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the planet Earth, man. So you can't point to anybody else, just like we just read Revelation 11 chapter, where the Lord said he's going to destroy those who destroy the earth. Well, who can you blame for that? It's Esau, the so-called white man. All right? That's why he's known as Satan, man. The word Satan in the Hebrew is Satan, which means what? Adversary, man. This man adverse to everything the Lord laid out, from the plant, the animals. You got animals at the brink of extinction. This man is adverse to the water, the air. So, himself, man. Yeah, himself. This man is a diabolical. This man is a lunatic, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, and when the ears,
and let's show you how heavy the Most High is. Most High put the weapon into the crazy motherfucking hand in the room, man. into the lunatic hand. That's what the Lord did. The Lord put the weapon into the crazy motherfucking hand, man.
I heard a saying, an old saying of Jake is the only time a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American is safe is when the white man is unarmed.
Well, yeah. Yeah, God.
That's crazy.
Like a Esau, man, that's the sword of the Lord, man. That's why, like, all these Moabites and these Hamites that Esau put in their hand, that's the judgment of the Lord, man. The Lord used Esau to kick everybody's ass. Then the Lord gonna turn right around and break that sword in pieces. Well, that's what the scripture say. How is the hammer broken in pieces? All right, go ahead.
God, it says, it says, and when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a forest shall they feel? Then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore our years few and evil.
Right, because that's the mentality of all of us, man, all the prophets. We want to know when this place is going to be destroyed. Because the destruction of America is actually the ushering in of Yahweh's return, man. That's the Lord program. The Lord, that's why you might, really when you read the scriptures is a build up to America, man. It's a build up to the destruction of America. You might say, well, what make America so special? Well, it's the ushering in of the Lord. The Lord chose to come back when America was raised up, man. That's why when you read about the statue, the stone it hit the feet. And Yahweh himself said, as light reflects from the east to the west, man, so shall it be when the Son of Man returns. Really, all the scripture, when you read Isaiah 13, everything, east to the west, man. When you read Jeremiah 51, Isaiah 13, Judges 5, everything can build up to America. Matter of fact, you know what else too? Hold what you got and give me Jonah in a second. I'm gonna show you what Jonah even talking about America, man. Yeah, go ahead. You read Psalm 91, everything talking about America, man. Because when you read about the deliverance, it has to be a destruction, man. It got to be a destruction. So the Lord set this phase of the movie, the end of the movie, it's a warehouse tied up and then the hero got it. This the warehouse. Go ahead.
Proverbs 26 and verse 27 concerning Esau, whosoever diggeth a pit shall fall therein,
we brought that out.
and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
Yeah, so that means you're going to get what you, that same stone you roll with your military might. On all the other nations, that's going to roll on you. Oh, that's why the Lord, just like you niggas out there in Georgia, you self-proclaimed teach the truth. You think that the Lord got to just use a volcano to destroy the state. No, the Lord is going to be by justice to take the so-called white man down. He's going to take him down by the same means he came into power, and that's through war. All right? So give me that Jonah 2 to start at the top.
Yeah, it's Jonah chapter 2 and verse 1. And Jonah prayed unto the Lord his power
And
out
this
of
is
his
when
belly.
Jonah was in the fish, right? Go ahead.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his power out of the fish's belly, and said, I cried by reason of my affliction unto the Lord.
Yeah, he said he cried by reason of his affliction unto the Lord, man. And really, that's what we doing. We cried away of our affliction. We've been afflicted. Go ahead.
And he heard me.
And he heard us, because when you go into the time of our ancestors, when they was first being afflicted, they was calling at the time progress. They were calling on God and Jesus. The Lord didn't hear that. But this is the time appointed with the Lord hearing us in our affliction. All right, go ahead.
Out of the belly of hell.
Out of the belly of hell, man. We read Job, all that talking about America, man. Go ahead. Hey, matter of fact, pull that up in the blue light. Jonah 2. Go ahead.
Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice.
Go ahead.
But thou hadst me cast into the deep, in the midst of the sea.
And that's the other nations. We were cast into slavery. Go ahead.
And the floods compassed me about.
That's dealing with being overwhelmed. All right, go ahead.
All thy billows and thy waves passed over me.
Go ahead.
Then I said, I am cast out of thy sight.
Oh, I am cast out of thy sight. That's what happened to Israel. Matter of fact, somebody give me Jeremiah 15 and 1 right quick. What is he talking about? He said, I am cast out of thy sight, right? That happened to Israel, man. We was cast out the sight of the Lord in Jerusalem, man. And it tell you that Jeremiah 15 and 1. Get there.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 15 and verse 1. Then said the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Yeah, and that means he kicked them out of Israel. So that's what Jonah's saying. All right, read.
All right, it says, but thou hast cast me into the deep, in the midst of the seas. I was like, verse 4. It says, then I said, I am cast out of thy sight, yet I will look again toward thy holy temple.
See? Hey, you know, I stated in the 1 Kings, the 8th chapter, when Solomon prays that we look back to it. And really, when we doing this work, we really going into the knowledge is looking toward the east, man. Yeah. They tell you that in Jeremiah the 6th chapter. Ask for the old man. So when Solomon said all Israel turn back to the east, really he said if all Israel get this knowledge, man. That's turning back your face to the Lord, man. Yeah. And that's what he said. He said, I will turn my face to this temple. So what is he saying that in the fish for? Because this is dealing with right now, man. Yeah. The scriptures is all about prophecy, man. But you got to have spirit to see what it's talking about. Go ahead.
It says, the waters compassed me about, even to the soul. The depth closed me round about. The weeds were wrapped about my head. I went down to the bottoms of the mountains.
I went down to the bottomless of the mountains. That's America, man. Because America, here in the fish, what are you talking about the bottomless of the mountains for? But the mountains are the government. What's the bottom of all the mountains, man? America, man. This is the hindermost part of all the nations. This is the bottom of the bottom. The valley of the shadow of death. Hey, you brought that up. As a matter of fact, you're going to bring that up. Go ahead.
It says, the earth with her bars were about me forever. Yet how hast thou brought up my life from corruption?
You brought up my life from corruption. And that, now what I want you to do is look up that word corruption right quick. And Look up that word corruption. And what that is, Jonah 2 and what? 6. Look up that word corruption. You can see the definition there. Because we're going to see what Jonah was talking about. Because you can, any pastor can say, yeah, the corruption was the whale. You know, they said it was a whale. It could have been Leviathan. It just said a fish, man. But anybody can read that and say, yup, see, Jonah, Lord brought Jonah out of corruption. That was that fish. You know what I mean? Well, that means that they ain't spiritual, man. You got the word?
Yes, this is the word corruption in the Strong's H7845. The pronunciation is sha'ach. All right, sha'ach. And the definition says pit, destruction, grave.
See? Go ahead.
Pit for catching lions, pit of hell.
Pit for catching lions, man. That's America. So what you see? What? Yeah, it really, that's symbolic to Israel. That's why you hear Jake say, man, I'm caught up in the system, man. Because the word pit means system, man. So when Jonah said, you raised me up out of the pit, that's symbolic to the elect. That's why even the Lord said, I leave you with the sign of Jonah, man. And even though we know Jonah, the Lord said, I'm going to the belly of hell for 3 days, but it go deeper than that, man. Because we doing what Jonah actually did, man. We going out and prophesying, man, to Nineveh. This Nineveh as well, too. America known as spiritual Nineveh, too, man. All right, now, real quick, before you get that, he said pit, right? Give me Isaiah, I think that's Isaiah 51 and 14. This thing is more on that one.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 14. And it says, the captive exile hasten that he hath made be loosened.
That he might be loosened.
That he might.
Read it again.
Okay. Isaiah 51
14.
And 14. The captive exile hasten that he may be loosened, and that he should not die in the pit.
See? And that's us, man. That's it. And I guarantee if you look up that word pit, matter of fact, you look at that word pit, it's the same word in the Hebrew, man. The place for catching lions.
He said, nor that his bread should fail.
Right, and that's what we pray. We hope and hasten that our bread don't fail. That, you know, what we holding fast to, which our bread is who? Yahweh Shai, man.
Bread of life.
Bread of life. Yep, this word, all right, that give us this life. All right, so the scriptures is a build up to America, man. That's why you can't do nothing but prophesy of America and the destruction of America, man. And if you're a prophet, that's what you're going to do. Why wouldn't you? Because this place right here is the climax to all the other nations, man. Again, this is what the Lord told. You got to remember, this was written before we got here, man. Now, the Lord chose for this to be the destination, this to be the place for him to return, man. And you can see why, man. You can't think of nothing that can trump this. Like as far as wickedness, the technology, just, you know, the capability they got with the weaponry. Because these devils actually gonna fight against the Lord, man. So the Lord set all this up beautifully, man. It was all beautifully, strategically pieced together. All right, you got something? Yo, get that word right.
I got the word pit in Isaiah 51 and 14. It's the same word we just looked up. The pronunciation, sha'ach, and it says the definition: pit, destruction, grave, pit for catching lions, pit of hell.
And that what Job was saying. You raised me up out of the pit, man, out of America, man. When you read the book of Job, when Job said, I go to the place where there's no light, the place of death, you know what I mean? That was talking about America, man. So this is the place. This is that when you read that path that was set in a dangerous place to fall, this is that dangerous place to fall. You got to go through America to get to the kingdom, man. You couldn't go to the kingdom from Rome. That was what they thought. That was the disciples thought. They were like, man, we don't go from Rome to the kingdom. No, you had to go through this dangerous place, the valley of the shadow of death, man. All right, go ahead.
He said, like you said, they were like, ain't no place like America, and that's why the Lord told this place, you know, that it's going to be a great fall.
Yep.
And this is Revelation 18, and it's like I'm starting verse 18. It says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Go ahead.
It says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Go ahead.
And they cast dust on their heads.
Yeah, what place is like this great city, man? So that's the Lord. The Lord built this place up for it to be taken down. All right. The Lord made this place great, so it could be a great farm. You know, it's like you say the best land. It's like a, you know, like you play a video game. You got to go through levels, or you got to fight certain people. You fight, you know, first person kind of high, second person. When you get to the main guy, that's the you know, that's the what you call it, the climax. You know what I'm saying? That's
grand finale.
Yeah, the grand finale, man. No, that's the main event.
Main event.
Yeah. All right, that was it on that?
Yeah.
All right, let's get what you got out. Joel 2. The land is like Edom.
Yeah. All right. This is Joel 2 in chapter 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, and the land is as the garden of Edom, before them and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Right, and that's dealing with America, the greatness of America. The scripture's telling you that before the missiles get here, which by the way, that's speaking about the missiles, man. The missiles, once they reach and hit ground zero, all right, the place that it is coming, the missiles coming, is going to be like the Garden of Eden before they arrive, man. Right, so that's the scripture's telling you that this is the pinnacle, man. All right, go ahead.
Read it again. Joel 2 and 3. The fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Edom before them. Eden, Salakia, the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once this place is the Garden of Eden. Yeah, this paradise. That's symbolic for paradise, man. But once the missiles hit, it's gonna be left a total wilderness. Go ahead,
Yeah, and nothing shall escape.
And nothing shall escape, man.
Yeah.
All right? Everybody, all you people out here gonna be destroyed, man. You might say, well, hold up, what about, I thought somebody, the elect gonna be delivered. That's just talking about all you people that's of this world, you know? We not of this world, man. We just, what would you call it? We pilgrims, man. We just stopping through. All right, go ahead, you know?
He says, Joel 2 and verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
Yep.
And as horsemen, so they run. Verse 5, Joel 2 and verse 5, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains, they leap.
Right, so we know that we know that that's dealing with what? The nuclear missiles, man. All right, Spearhead, why I went into that earlier, man, because, you know, a lot of people that read that, without the spirit, you'll stumble. But that's not talking about a literal horse leaping, you know. That's, the horse represents power, and the reason why I said over the top of mountains they leap, because it's going to be an aerial attack, all right? It's going to come from an aerial view, man, from the sky. All right, so this is how America going to be destroyed, man. All right, go ahead, you got something?
He said,
yeah, you continue reading. Go ahead, continue reading.
Says,
got a meeting there anyway.
It says, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Like I say real quick, like we always make the analogy, or through the spirit, like I make the analogy. You know how the sound of a small fire sound. Just say you got a little barn fire burning that's in a barrel. You hear this fire crackling, you know, just like a campfire. And then you got just say a house on fire or a building on fire. You know, it's, you know, you can hear the sound. Yeah. So imagine 200 million, million. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine like the scripture says.
Shit popping.
Yes.
Popping.
It says like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of that devoureth the stubble, and a people set in battle array. All right. So like I said, I'm throwing on nuclear missiles, but imagine the sound of the thrust propelling them to their hitting point, which is America.
Yeah, because it's gonna be noisy. Matter of fact, it say that in
Psalms.
Yeah, Psalms, and I believe it's in Judges the 5th chapter 2. Yeah, get that.
Yeah, the Judges 5 and 11.
Yeah, because they're gonna be a deadly noise. They're gonna be a deadly noise like that. Oh yeah, that's in Joel.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers and the places of drawing water.
America, man. See, everything is speaking about America, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna be delivered from the noise of the archers, man. When those missiles come, it's gonna be a very loud sound, man. All right, spearheaded by Pew and all his allies as well as America's allies, man. And the crowd and all that therein is gonna be burnt up, like two homos just going by. You know, they're gonna be burnt up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, they had a commercial, right? I don't know if y'all saw this fucking commercial. I almost lost it, man. It was a babysitter. You know how a babysitter be talking to the parents before they leave, what the kid like, this and that. And she was talking. They put the screen up. It was two fucking homo dudes, man. Then they were about to go out and they were talking to the babysitter, letting them know the babysitter. So America encouraged that, man. They don't even blush at that shit, man. They just push that shit and they really provoke you. How about some outside? That's why the Lord gonna destroy this place, man. All right, so go back for that. Where you at,
Yeah, this Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel.
Yeah, and that's what we do it. Hey, no, cause it's easy to say rehearsing the commandments, which that is a part of it. But coming out teaching is rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, man. Because when Yahushua was on the scene, that's all he did, man. When he hit the ground running, when he was 12 years old, and he knew what time to turn to a man, he started doing the righteous acts, teaching, man. So that's what we do here, okay? Now, when you're gonna hear those missiles before they get here, man. Matter of fact, go back to Joel 2, because you brought up a good point, and we're gonna go to them, we read that.
Joel 2 and verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pain.
Right, yeah, because you get that knot in your stomach when you're scared. And there's gonna be a pain that you're gonna be weak, man. Because it's this old saying, there's no worse feeling than knowing that when you're gonna die. All right? Now, this is the crazy part about it, right? The Lord so terrible, man, in his ways, he chose it to be a missile. Just say like me and you going back and forth. Like, I'll get my chopper. Like, I'll get this. Well, I'll get my rocket launcher. You know, motherfucker, I'll get an ICBM missile. That's the worst. You know what I mean? You scared. Look, if you know you're going to die, it could be a motherfucker with just a knife, a gun. The Lord overkill, man. The Lord overdid. The Lord going to send missiles at you niggas, man. That's it. You know, it reminds me of the movie, what's that movie? Don't be a menace. Don't be a menace. That's it. And that's the spirit because he had USSR. The nigga pulled out his gun, then he pulled out some shit, then he pulled out some shit. He said, okay, motherfucker. Hey, you know what I mean? That motherfucker pulled the missile out, put that shit down, and the missile, it was a missile, man. So it's like, and you know what was the moral of that? I ain't got nothing else that can top that. I can't think of nothing else that can top that missile. So the Lord is cold, man. The Lord gonna bring the missiles, man. That's the top of the food chain, man. All right? Matter of fact, you go to Joel 2, since I'll go over there. Okay, go ahead.
Joel chapter 2.
Hold on before you get that. Give what you got right quick.
You just Isaiah 13.
Oh, you know what? Hold that. Go to this.
It's Joel chapter 2. Joel chapter 2, verse 6. Before their faces the people shall be much pained. Our faces shall gather blackness. Verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one.
Oh, read that again. The black.
That's all. Joel chapter 2, verse 6. Before their faces, the people shall be much pained.
Right, because before their face, meaning what they're gonna be face to face with the missiles, man. And when they see them, they're gonna be much pain. You know what I mean? You're gonna just ball up. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Our faces shall gather blackness.
And what's that blackness? Confusion. You're not gonna know what the hell to do. You're gonna be like, oh shit. And really, most of you people out there, you know, the first thing gonna come to your mind, the crazy guys on the corner, man. Because when you think of all these other groups who act like they got some sort of truth, right? Moors or whatever, right? Who the only group that actually got a sign of a missile, man? That's why the Lord said, then you're going to know that a prophet has been among you. You got these doing their lectures. Some nigga with some wave, you know, with the bow tie. He'll understudy a Farrakhan or some of that bullshit. He got college lectures. When them missiles come, you ain't going to even think about that clown, man. You're going to think about the guys, the crazy guys on the corner who actually had an ICBM missile sign. See, right there, man. And usually that spirit do it. People will walk up, right? And the first thing they do, they usually look at the sign, but then that missile sign get their ass. Right, here go an example. See, the missiles, man. No? Are you all right? Hey. No, I'm just talking about the sign.
Okay, I was gonna say, Mom, the devil.
Hey, what's your nationality?
I'm actually half Hispanic. My mom is from Spain, and my dad is white.
Your dad's white?
Yeah, he speaks Spanish too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not all white.
All
No,
right.
I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I go to a very diverse congregation on Greymont Avenue. I'm one of 3 white people in the whole congregation.
Oh, okay. So you must be familiar with the teachings up there.
I'm familiar with the Bible.
Oh, okay.
You know, we go out. I know you've preached on the witnesses before. We go out. We knock from door to door. But we preach what Jesus did. We have a message of love
Okay.
and acceptance for a worldwide organization. I'll give you a nice little fact about our website, jw.org. Our website is translated into almost 1,000 languages. That's how many lands that we're in there. 988 languages.
Okay. So y'all expanded. Okay.
Well, no, worldwide.
Oh, y'all worldwide. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is.
All
Go ahead, check it too. All right. Have a
Y'all
good.
have a good night.
All right. Have a good. Yeah, no, hey, man, but this thing spread, man. People know why we out here. They know what we're about. You know, and yeah, man, she is the devil, man. Because she knows that why would you say I'm out of the devil? You know? But we passed the stage of, you know, coming out cussing and calling the white man the devil, man. All right, the bar about to close, man. How about me outside about to take this place out? All right, so but hey, but the experiment, it was accurate. She walked by, her face was drawn down toward the sign, man, and really that missile sign. So once this thing run its course, right? What's gonna happen, man? When they see those missiles coming, matter of fact, give me that in Revelation 9 chapter. We're gonna tell you how many missiles coming. And we're gonna have probably people watching on the coming live stream. They're gonna say, you know what? You lost me with that, bro. I was following you, man. I don't know about that. You got it? 9-16, I think it is.
It's Revelation 9 and verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
And what's that equal to? Somebody. 200. So when you tell you 200 million missiles coming, right? That's when you're gonna say, "Nah, you lost me, man." But guess what? The sky's gonna be covered with nuclear missiles, man. So it's gonna be overkill, right? And that's why this place gonna be turned into a lake of fire. See? Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah 50 and 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her.
Right. Go ahead.
Spare no arrows.
Spare no arrows. So it's gonna be all those, because we talk about the more up-to-date missiles, but they shooting the old missiles too, man.
Yeah,
They shooting the old missiles too from the 80s.
yeah. If I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
like if you look at, I've been watching World War II and war movies. The fucking first ICBM was tested was the V2 from Germany,
Whoa.
and they still using it, man. They still
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah, teaming. Yeah, teaming. Yep, the Germans, man. Yeah, read that again.
Yeah, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows.
See, it says spare no arrows, man. So the Lord going to make sure all those arrows come, man. Go ahead,
It says, for she have sinned against the Lord. How about some outside?
Yeah, and that's dealing with America, this bitch America, man. And you know what the arrow compared to? You know, like when you read the scripture, right? Scripture got levels. You know, it says she opened up quiver to eat every arrow that passes by, man. That could be applied to America, because America's a war. And those arrows is the mirage, man, that passes by. And she's gonna open up, she's gonna get every arrow, man. See what I'm saying? So that's gonna give me Psalms 58 and 7 right here. And somebody get that in 2nd Ezra. I think that's 2nd Ezra 16. Mm-hmm.
The Psalms chapter 58, verse 7, it said, let them melt away as waters, which run continually, which when he bend up his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces.
Cut, you know how you say, get some cut, man. Yeah, cut. That's what they're going through. Sex. Sex. Go ahead.
It says, as a snare which melteth, let every one of them pass away.
Read it one more time.
It said, as a snare which melteth, let every one of them pass away. Like the untimely birth of a woman.
It said like a snare that melted, man. Now, that's why this place is going to be called the lake of fire. Because it's going to melt. But, oh, get that. Fervent heat. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And give me that Malachi. Mm-hmm. And everything in the spirit. Oh, see? Yep. You know, like we were speaking about how everything when you read the scripture is a build up to the destruction of America. You know, when you read about the furnace, the three that were stoned in the furnace, then who delivered them? Yahweh Shah, man. Delivered them out of the furnace. And really, when you read up in it, right, they was thrown in there because they ain't worship. They ain't take, really, it's like the tip. They ain't take the tip. That's what got them delivered, man. Because they didn't bow to the image. When they start playing the music, and that music is talking about, like, you know, the laws going out, the order, like, you know, like you declare something, you know, the sound of the sound of the yeah. So we ain't gonna bow to that shit, man. See, really, everything is built up to America, man. Everything, man. When you read the scripture, man. Even when you read the law. Even when you read the law, you know what I mean? Yep, go ahead.
This 2 Peter 3 and 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yeah, and those heavens is dealing with the current rulership. Yeah, with a great noise, man. That's gonna be a noise. Your ears gonna bleed. And a while back we brought it out. You know how like you watch the movies, you get a bomb or something go off in the screen, everything get muted. You get that ringing sound. It's just shaking. It's gonna be cold, just like that. Go ahead.
It said, and the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yeah, the elements, everything around you, man. So everything gonna melt with fervent heat. So that's gonna come in the day of the Lord. All right. Now the reason why it's gonna be like fervent heat because it's compared to an oven, man, a furnace. So I can bring that up.
This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Yeah, really, and that's why we know that all you people full of shit. Like even the woman who was talking, we spread the message of Jesus' blood. But everything we read got a violent overtone to it, man. Everything we read, everything it's worse than what you can think of. You know what I mean? I'm gonna burn you motherfuckers up. Like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High, man, he's sending out death threats. He's gonna carry them out. He always did that, man. We always, when you go to the flood, man, that was very horrific, man. You know, to the point where people were beating on that, beating on that door for Noah to let them in there. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Right, so Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh going to destroy this place by way of fighting, man. World War III is a real thing. Again, it's not just a scenario. these devils, these doomsday preppers, well, the world was destroyed because of a tsunami, or then they'll say, well, maybe an asteroid, or what if it was an act of World War III? Well, no, the scripture is going to be World War III, man. Right? This is the way the Lord is going to set this place up. And World War III stands to proof. That's fair. Get that. Revelation. Revelation 11 and 14. Is that somebody?
Okay. Let's look at Nahum chapter 2, verse 10. It says, she is empty and void and waste, and the heart melteth, and the knees smite together. And much pain is in all loins, and the
that's going to be a sick game, man. Because when the Lord sends the missiles, you're actually going to see the missiles coming, man. Everybody going to see the missiles coming. See? And said the knees going to knock and the heart going to melt, man. And you might hear teeth chatter, you know. That might be one of the sounds of the day of the Lord.
Yeah. It's going to be like a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Yeah.
You see the fingernails flying from one.
I can actually believe that. I believe you're going to hear teeth chattering there.
Yeah, man. That's fear, man.
Yeah. You know, that out of darkness, whatever be national TV.
Oh, yeah.
That's
right. Yeah.
So I believe that's gonna happen. They're gonna be one of the sounds that's gonna be happening in the day of the Lord, man. There ain't gonna be no nigga playing it off.
Yeah.
Like some nigga, like, you know what I mean? I fought a good fight, my nigga. I'm finna, man. The worst, the biggest, baddest nigga. You got a nigga have something. Oh, saying before you die. You know what I mean? Man, tell mama, my nigga. Yeah, always gonna. You say, man, nigga, you gonna be shitting on yourself in the day of the man. Animals, everybody go, somebody get that? What's that? His fishes tremble at that present? I think it's in, Lord will, you can find that. Yeah, because it ain't gonna be a damn roach. You know what I mean? I mean, ain't nothing gonna be exempt from the day of the Lord, man. Everything gonna trouble at the Lord present, man. Because again, the destruction of America simultaneously gonna bring the Lord back. The Lord gonna show up and intervene in that whole melee of the missiles coming. Because you got a lot of niggas that say, well, hold on, when the Lord coming back? What is it? Is it the missiles? Well, the Lord gonna come back, because Yahweh said, what if it already be killed? And that's a fulfillment of Psalm 91. It's not, we're going to go up in the chariots while the destruction comes, Psalm 91. And we're going to come up under the wings. Yeah. We're going to hide under the wings of the chariots, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Just concerning what you said, everybody gonna see the day of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Revelation 1:7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and that clouds is that our vehicles of salvation, not an actual cloud that float in the sky. It says, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so am I.
Yeah, so why is he going to wail?
It be?
Wail mean to bitterly cry, man. So why you going to wail? Because the Lord actually going to be doing damage too. Yeah. This going to be a crazy movie that you people ain't going to be able to comprehend. And only the men of the Lord are going to be able to believe what's going on. Because this is not of this world. You people are very low level, man. You got limits. You got a ceiling. You got limitations. There's certain stuff that you can accept and receive, and certain stuff that's just too far out there for you. But the Lord gave us the spirit to believe the unbelievable. There's nothing impossible when you have about to see outside, man.
We got the greatest faith on the earth.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. One who created hair to come out of your skin.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I pinch your skin hard enough, I can't tear it, but something, little piece of hair can bust up through your skin, man. Or you take a flower, right? You can take a flower in your hand and just, but that come up through a hard ass ground. It busts through concrete, man. Your vision, your eyesight.
You said rose that grow in the concrete.
Yeah. Your body, like, you know, they created that, your statue when you got water. Your body do that. Your body let off liquids. You can spit. You can, man. So that's why Scripture talk about considering the works of the Lord. And King David made that statement. He said, I'm wonderfully and fearfully made. So a man of the Lord consider the works of the Lord, and they be like, oh, you know what? I believe. Ain't nothing impossible with this. I mean, the sun hanging up in the sky. Come on, man. Yep. You found?
Yeah. Yeah, this second Ezra 16 and 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
Right, and that's going into when the Lord gonna be shooting the fire, the lasers, man. And it tell you that in the book of Habakkuk too. So the Lord gonna come and wreak havoc on the planet Earth, man. All right, go ahead.
The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea arising up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord and before the glory of his power.
Right, so fish is everything in the sea, everything. You can have a damn goldfish in a sandwich bag, man. You're gonna know that the Lord back. You're gonna throw back there. Matter of fact, I'm climbing that what's that? Whatever that stone shall fall on, it shall grind the power. Somebody can find that. So the return of the Lord, give me Isaiah 55. Isaiah 55, I think is that Isaiah 55? No, it's Isaiah 65, 15.
I see 6.
66, yep. So like, Isaiah 66, 15. Then somebody can hold that with that second Ezra 13, a little bit.
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah, and that proves that the chariots is not no. The chariot is the so-called UFO, because you got the niggas Nazareth and them. They saying that with the Lord need a vehicle. Well, what we need a vehicle for? We can walk. That's everything in the spirit, you know. Go ahead.
It says, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Right, so the Lord, when he come back, he's going to wreak havoc on the planet Earth. The Lord is going to come back with fury and vengeance, man. All right, he's a man of war. It's going to tell you how the Lord is going to return like a warrior, a drunken warrior out of stupor, waking up out of a drunken stupor. It's one thing you wake somebody up abruptly who ain't drunk. They liable to swing on you. So just say, wake up drunk and you're a warrior. You're going to wake up grabbing your shit. You know what I mean? That's why I tell you that the Song of Solomon, wake not my love to his time. All right? And that's the spirit, man. Everything we do is in the spirit. So we were just coming out here. We finna go into whatever we're going into. The spirit got us going into the return of Yahushua, man. That's one thing we can't overlook, man. That's the real major sign. Well, that's the real major prophecy going on, man. The return of Yahushua. That's going to be, you ain't going to be able to fathom that, man, unless you're a man of the Lord, man. Unless you one of the believers. All right? So, yeah, go ahead.
Verse 16, by fire and by his sword with the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, plead with all flesh.
Right, that word plead, that means judge. So this is how the Lord going to judge all flesh. Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, shall be many.
Of who?
And the slain of the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, shall be many.
So the Lord taking responsibility for all the murder that's going to be. I mean, I don't want to say that, but the killers. You know, the Lord got the right to kill you. Man.
Right.
So the Lord's going to kill all you people like that. He taking the like a terrorist claim responsibility. You know, terrorists do a terrorist attack. They claim responsibility. It was the al-Jihad, you know what I mean? Regime. Yahushua is going to claim responsibility for killing all you people, man.
Right.
And that's a death threat right there, man. So what you people get out talking about, we preach love of the Lord. The Lord all about balance, all right?
Yeah, I got that.
Get that.
Yeah, that's Matthew 21:44. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder.
Yeah, and that's the Lord gonna come and fall on you people because He's coming from the sky. And He's gonna grind you to powder, man. All right? So give me that second Ezra 13. We're talking about the Lord.
Yeah, I got
Go ahead.
yeah, kind of. This second Ezra 13:1. It came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof, and I beheld, and lo, that man well strong with the thousands of heaven.
Yeah, that's talking about Yahweh Shai. And He's coming back with all those angels, man.
Oh, man.
That's what the scripture say, behold, He's coming with clouds, man.
God.
That man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
Woo!
Go ahead.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Right, so that lets you know the Lord coming from an area point of view. Everybody. Yeah. Yeah, the Lord, everywhere the Lord look, He's gonna be zapping people, man. And everybody gonna tremble under Him, and rightfully so. All right? Go ahead.
God. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard the voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. Now these I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Yeah, and that's dealing with NATO, the EU, all these different troops. They actually gonna come together to fight against the Lord when He returns, man. All right? And it tells you that in Revelation the 17th chapter. Matter of fact, somebody hold that over there. Revelation 17. Yeah, go ahead up.
It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain.
And what's that great mountain? What the world calls UFOs. That's the chariots of the Most High. UFOs actually exist, man. All right? But they're occupied by the angels, man. Go ahead.
And flew upon it. But I would have seen the regional place where the hill was graven, and I could not.
Go ahead.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were together to subdue him were so afraid.
Right. So all these different militaries, when they come up against the Lord, they're gonna be so afraid, man. And they show you that in the movie, what's that, with Will Smith? But it was, yeah, come. All right. Go ahead.
God, it says, and lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lifted up his hand nor held a sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Yep.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with bodies upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one.
Right. So that's going to be happening when the Lord returns, man. That's that war in heaven that a lot of these people stumble at, because they like to say the war in heaven was the devil and a band of disgruntled angels mad at the Lord, and the Lord kicked them out. There was a big fight. They all fell out. And the Lord, oh man, I got to set up some protection now, man. Michael, you guard this. So this is my question: when did the war in heaven? When did the war in heaven actually happen? You got to say, when did that happen? Because Satan was still doing the bidding of the Lord around the time of Job, man. Satan was still doing the bidding of the Lord at that time. So when did that happen? Did it happen in creation? What happened? Then, okay, this is the thing, right? Did the Lord create hell on the fly? Like, okay, I'm beefing with Satan now. Let me create a place called hell for him. When you read the creation, why did the Lord shy away from speaking about hell? He would have said, you know what? I created this. I created the heavens, and I also created hell, man. So there's no such thing as hell, man. That's cunningly divine's favor, man. All right? The Bible supports reincarnation. All right, go ahead.
God, it says, and fell with violence upon the multitude which prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a certain of a numerous multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
Right, and that's the only thing that you're going to smell after the Lord zap. You know what I mean? You're going to smell dust and the smell of smoke, man. And Ezra actually saw that vision, man. All right, go ahead.
God, he says, When I saw this, I was afraid.
When I saw this, I was afraid. So this vision was so powerful that it shook Ezra up. But guess what? It's going to actually happen, man. This is how the Lord going to return. The Lord going to return with fury, man. And He gonna render His rebuke, pour out His wrath on the inhabitants of the world. Why? Because this is a continuation of the Roman Empire, America, man. The Romans was responsible for putting the Lord to death. That's why when you read Revelation, what I just read.
That's why Lord crucified.
Yeah, no, Revelation, the first chapter where it said, even those who pierced his side, it was Roman soldiers that pierced the side of the Lord, man. So the Lord reserved them. You know, the Lord actually, the Lord remembered them, man. Matter of fact, give me that Adventist, is that Isaiah 6:3. So really, when you think about it, the Lord, Yahushua, wants this more than we ever can imagine, man. He wants vengeance on the enemy more than we even can think of, man. Because you know what? Prove that. And the Lord said, my ways are not your ways, my thoughts are not your thoughts, man. The Lord, Yahushua really want to wreak havoc on his enemies, man. The so-called white man. Go ahead.
Kanye, this is Isaiah 6:3-1. Who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Right, and the Basra there is dealing with America. Because when you go into the ancient world, where the so-called white man, the land of Edom, the capital city was Basra. So right here in the modern world, the capital city of the so-called white man is America. Right? So that's symbolic to America. All right, go ahead.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Out there speaking righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
Yeah, the Lord said he mighty to save. That's heavy right there. That means can't nobody save themselves. No, your fate lies with Yahushua, man. He said, I'm mighty to save. Go ahead.
He said, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Right, that's symbolic to all the killing that the Lord going to do here in America, man. Don't like you see a scary movie, Jason, the bad guy always drenched in blood, you know? Go ahead.
I have tried the wine press alone.
Yeah, so the Lord take a responsibility. The Lord said, I killed these people, man. Go ahead. And this post the destruction of America. This happened. This show you how bad the Lord is. It's already done, man. The Lord says it's already done. I already done took you motherfuckers out. Go ahead.
I have tried the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me, but I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart.
See, the day of vengeance is in the Lord's heart. That's why you got these false pastors, man. These pork chop eating preachers. They push this love. They don't know the scriptures, man. This is the bloodiest book ever published. Right? When you read about, okay, what made King David famous? He cut him off. He cut somebody's head off, man. No, it was a beheading. Which, that proves that King David was Peter, because he killed him with the stone. Even I'm going to go even more than that. He killed them with the stones, right? So what Yahushua, you know, Yahushua ain't in the box. Yahushua knew that was Peter when he saw what he called Cephas, man. Stones. Yes. Jake give you a nickname for something you didn't did.
Beautiful, yes.
Yahushua saw Peter was like, yeah. Cephas, man. Stone, you know what I mean? That's show you right there, man. He didn't look at it like a record. He was looking at the big picture. Oh, that gonna matter. Because you know, look, King David, he got a nickname back then. The scriptures don't go into detail about every little thing. But you know, they would probably call him out, oh, little stone. You know what I mean? Yeah. little stone, right? And that's what Yahushua called him. But the moral of the story is what this book, King David got fame. Oh, what the women said. Saul killed his thousand, David killed his 10,000. So you people, you don't know the first thing about what the Bible all about, man. That's why the Lord said, gird up your loins like a man. You can't be no weak. You can't be what they call a blood shot from blood or some shit. What they You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You can't be faint-hearted, you know. Faint-hearted, man. You can't be faint at the sight of blood when you're dealing with the scriptures. When you read about what her name, I forget her name, when she nailed the peg in the guy's head in the temple. I think it was Rahab. It was one of them women, man. And she ended up getting fame because of that, man. Scripture says she blessed among women. And that could be Mary in reincarnation, man. So this thing ain't heaven, man. Yeah. Matter of fact, hey, give me that. Sign me that. I think it's in might be just or something like that. Yeah, go ahead.
It's out of the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. All right. You got men out here that's being false prophets. All right. Even the ones that come in the name of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. They desire the day of the Lord. But the scripture is speaking of woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. For us, these ones that really don't even know that they're Hebrew Israelites. They're still caught up in these churches. All right. They desire the rapture. All right. They desire a savior, which Esau Edom has gained in us, and able to celebrate most year. All right. Woe unto you. Woe means destruction. All right. So if you are desiring the day of Yahweh Shai, and you are not a part of the sheepfold coming through the door, woe unto you. All right. Destruction shall come upon you, because that day is not what the world through Christianity has taught you. Christianity has taught you that's going to be a day of hugs and kisses and, you know, sunshine and roses, like a fucking Care Bear or something. You know,
a gummy bear.
A gummy bear or something. Go ahead, up.
Hey, hey, real quick, man. What Yahweh Shai said? I am not coming to peace. Right. Let's go.
It says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
And that's violence, man. The Lord set up a scenario, the worst case scenario. All right? Anything on that? Go ahead.
It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Meaning it's gloomy. Just like I just said. You think it's Care Bears and rainbows and sunshine. No, it's gloominess and darkness, man. It's totally opposite to anything that you can conjure up in your soft, westernized mind, man. All right? So go ahead. We're going to get an example right here of how this scripture, the Bible is the bloodiest book ever, man. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Judges chapter 5, verse 24. Blessed above women shall Jael.
See? It said, blessed above women. Now, but they said that about Mary, right? Go ahead.
It said, blessed above women shall Jael, the wife of Eber, the Kenite, be.
And they was Israelites. God. All right, go ahead.
Blessed shall she be above women in the tent. He asked for water. He asked water, and she gave him milk. She brought forth butter in a lordly dish.
Now, to set the stage, right? One of the enemies came to her tent. He was asking her for water, and she gave him milk. All right, go ahead.
God, it says, she put her hand to the nail, and
she grabbed the nail. Go ahead.
And her right hand to the workman's hammer.
And she grabbed the hammer. Go ahead.
And with the hammer, she smote Sisera. She smote off his head when she had pierced and stricken through his temples.
Right. So he was laying down. She put the nail in his temple and banged the hammer through it, man. Yep. Right? And guess what? The scripture says she blessed above women for that. So that show you that this book right here, man, our culture was more stern, man, and austere, man. You know? You've been the so-called white man beat the fight out you, man, out of Jake, man, over here in America, man. Now you resort to, hey man, let all bygones be bygones, you know what I mean? Or the idea of a homosexual, right? Jacob said, well, man, long as you don't bring that shit to me. No, man, you folks want to put that nigga to death, even though we can't do that in this society. But your old ancient, that ancient, spirit of Israel should be stirred up in you, man. Right? We was warriors, man. So this is the bloodiest book ever. If you ain't got to get that in Ezekiel. Yep, go ahead.
It's book of Judith, chapter 12. That's like it. Chapter 13, and I'm start at verse 5. It says, "For now is the time to help thine inheritance, and to execute my enterprises to the destruction of the enemies which are risen against us." Then she came to the pillar of the bed, which is at Holofernes' head, and took down its function from thence, which is that blade. It's a certain type of blade, right? Verse 7, it said, "And approached to his bed, and took hold of the hair of his head, and said, Strengthen me, O Lord, power of Israel, this day. And she smote twice upon his neck with all her might, and she took away his hair from him."
Beheaded, man. Beheaded, man. That's in the scripture. And who gave her the strength to do it? The Lord. And I just think one of these women these days, they would have never said, Lord, give me the strength to down there. The Lord gave her she asked for the strength to behead a motherfucker, man. But that's a part of our heritage, man. All right? Going all the way back, even when Lot was kidnapped, Abraham and his sons ran up in there and took motherfuckers out, man. Yep, go ahead.
Yes.
That was it. Yep. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 9. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of the book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And that was written within, and that was written therein, lamentation and mourning and woe.
Right, and that's this book we've got in our hand right now, man. This book filled with mourning, lamentations, and woe. That's why the average person, they can't receive what we teach, man. They're not willing to digest this concept of the Bible. This is a new song. Because your mom and everybody always taught you, you're struggling with something, go read the book. The good book. Yeah, the good book. Well, this is not no good book, man. This balance. It's a good. Even the good. Okay, you might say, hold up. The gospel is the good news. Well, the good news entails death. The good news is us putting hell on you, other nations, man. The kingdom is going to be bloody, man. Matter of fact, somebody get that. Revelation 2:26. And somebody get that to us. Yep, in Revelation 10, where it said it was good in my. You got that? Yeah, my thing? Go ahead.
It's Revelation chapter 10. And
I don't know exactly what that. Around the end of it, I believe.
we start at verse 2. It says, "And he had in his hand a little book open."
Yeah, and that's the scriptures. And that's a miracle if you're spiritual, right? This is like a damn encyclopedia. There's a lot of books in here, man. But it's compact into one little book. You know what I mean? So that's why it's called a little book. You can carry all these books. It's so many books in the Bible. I think it's 66, but it's really with the Apocrypha, you know what I mean? So you got all those different books in one little book. All right, go ahead.
Revelation 10:2 again, "And he had in his hand a little book, and he set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot on the earth."
Yeah, and that's dealing with a spaceship. Yeah. Go ahead.
We'll jump to verse 10, Revelation 10:10. "And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up."
Right, just like I said, you people ain't willing to digest this concept. You got to eat this up. You got to be willing to eat what this book is talking about. Because just say like you had a soft Jake, you know what I mean, your auntie, whatever, and you tell them the story what I just read about the beheading, about, you know what I mean, and they gonna say, they'll see you reading out of the book. Then that's, oh my God, ain't Go ahead now.
It says, "And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter."
Right, because this book is a book of mourning, lamentations, and woe, man. Right? So everything in the scriptures It got a balance to it, man. All right? Go ahead. We're going to get this right here, because even the kingdom of heaven entails violence, man. Kingdom of heaven is going to be violence in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Go ahead,
It's Revelation 2:26. He that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Right, and power over the nation. That's dealing with the fact that the kingdom that's going to be ushered in, we're going to have reign over all of it. Matter of fact, somebody give me that in Isaiah 2. Isaiah 2, and start at, I guess you can start at the top. Where?
It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
Come on, man. That means you're a skeleton. You know what I mean? Gonna be broken to shivers. Your skull, your wrist, whatever we bash, whatever we hit you at, gonna be shattered, man. You're gonna shatter your bones in the kingdom, man. All right? Give me Isaiah 2, and this is talking about the kingdom right here, man.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 1, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Isaiah 2 and verse 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain.
Right, meaning we're going to be on top. All right? And that's dealing with the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow unto it.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 2 and verse 3, as many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua from Jerusalem.
Yeah, so we're going to establish the law in the kingdom, man. Just like the so-called white man, so they got their laws and legislations they passed, and if you dare so much to break them, they'll bomb your ass to hell and back, right? So what you think we gonna do? Because everybody ain't gonna just, we gonna have motherfuckers to resist. We're gonna put that pride on that.
Isaiah 2 and verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people.
See, that's gonna happen, man. And then he is dealing with Yahushua. But that's going to trickle to us. We're going to judge amongst the nations, and we're going to rebuke many people, man. Go ahead.
And shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks.
Meaning what? What's that talking about? They're going into slavery. Because pruning hooks and it's
an agricultural tool.
Yeah, it's garden is working to.
Garden working to. It says,
pruning hooks and what?
It says, and
plowshares
into plow. That's right.
Right, which is working tools. So you're going to be in the field busting that's symbolic to you going to be working, man. All right? And that means you ain't going to have no strength to fight back. That's why they're going to turn your sword. Only thing your only resort is going to be to work. You might run. That's why you ain't have no fight back, man.
It says, nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Yeah, you ain't gonna even think about coming up against them. We're gonna have a firm grip on rulership in the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? We're gonna have spiritual powers. You know, we're gonna be on another level in the kingdom, man. You know, I tell you that in Romans the 8th chapter. Yep, go ahead.
It's Psalm chapter 149 and verse 7. It's like it. Verse 6. It says, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yeah. And that high praises is in our mouth right now. All right? We sending high praises right now by making our bodies a living sacrifice. And that two-edged sword is a literal sword, man. All right? That's in the kingdom. Go ahead,
It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen, starting with Esau, Edom. All right, and the rest of the heathen nations. Go ahead.
And punishments upon the people.
And punishments upon the people. All right. Go ahead,
To bind their kings with chains.
To bind their kings with chains, that starting with the wicked elites, man. All right, they're the ones that gonna escape this upcoming nuclear holocaust that's coming to America, just for us to search them out, so they can build the kingdom up for 1,000 years, man. Read that again, up.
It says to bind their kings with chains.
Once again, the kings of the earth are the wicked elites. Okay, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, all right, the super rich. Go ahead.
And their nobles with fetters of iron.
That's right, and their nobles with fetters of iron, which meaning the nation of Israel is going to take the elites of this society in the kingdom of heaven, all right, and have them shackled up the same way they had us shackled up coming over on the transatlantic slave trade. All right, we still are in shackles, man. When you don't know your nationality, when you don't know that you're a Hebrew Israelite, that's you being in shackles and chains, spiritually. You know, that's why the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua set us up, all right, through the Spirit. Go ahead,
to execute upon them the judgment written.
That's right. And the judgment written is for them to go into slavery, all right, and for them to be done away with after that 1,000-year slavery is up. All right, that's called quick scripture. Job 20 chapter, all right, starting at
go
ahead,
Yeah, the 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High.
Seeing it's a righteous thing, it's a just thing, all right? The Most High is a just power. And seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High, go ahead.
To recompense tribulation.
Recompense means to pay back. Tribulation, man. All the trials and tribulations that we facing right now, in the past, trials and tribulations that you may have to face under the rule of the so-called modern-day white man, the Most High says what?
It says to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
And who's that troubles us? All right, the you is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which makes up the tribe of Israel, and the you that trouble us are our oppressors. We read it in Isaiah 14 chapter earlier, the oppressor, the so-called modern-day white man, not just your average white man that you see walking around here. We talking about the top-tier elite, all right? The Illuminati, they make you know. That's right, hierarchy demons, principalities, right, all right? Which they are the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan. When you say hierarchy demons, right? They're the physical counterpart of those hierarchy demons, man, coming in the flesh, you know, to trouble us. And the Most High is going to recompense them. He's going to pay them back, man. All right, beginning right now by us through the Spirit of Yahushua, which is the Savior of the nation of Israel, which is the so-called modern-day black man. By Him putting the Spirit on us to expose them. See what I'm saying? It begins right now.
It's Job chapter 20, verse 18.
God.
That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
Right, you got it. All right, bro.
It says, verse 18, it says, that which he labored for shall he restore.
Yeah, and the so-called white man has wearied himself and seized the control of the planet Earth, man. He labored. This wasn't like a spontaneous, no, there was a well thought out, executed plan of the so-called white man, the devil, man. You know, the laws he set up, even this chip being pushed, man. That's a very strategic move. It's called gradualism. You know, which when you gradually do something, you know, when you gradually creep up on, and that's what a snake do. A snake slither up on you, man. Snake just, you don't know the snake there until you bit. So that's how the so-called white man do. He labored, he toiled to get all this, man. Go ahead. And I know the Jake he had on the Star of David, you know.
Then once he came to us, he pulled it out. So, you know, made it presentable.
Yeah. So there's a lot of Jake out there that know that they Israelites, but that's far as it goes, man. Because the scriptures tell you how they got skin and smooth on them, but they had no breath on them. Yeah, go ahead out.
It shall not swallow it down.
Yeah, that means you're not going to be able to, you're not going to retain it. You know, if you eat some food and it don't sit well with you, throw it up. Yep, go ahead out.
It says, according to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
Yep, go ahead.
Because he has
according to the substance to the restitution be. That means you're going to pay back everything that you got. Right? Restitution, it means what? To restore. Now, let's just say, the Lord said, according to your substance, which is verse 2, just say like you're in court and all you got to your name is $4,000. And the court said, well, according to your substance, that's the restitution. That means you got to pay the whole $4,000. So Esau gonna be left naked. Esau gonna be left with nothing. And furthermore, the Lord gonna even take their land from them, man. That was Amos, Amos the 9th chapter all about, man. Go ahead.
He said, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor.
Right, that's what these devils have done, man. Fucking devils, man. They're oppressed and forsaken the poor, man. Go ahead.
Because he hath violently taken away an house which he buildeth not.
America, you know. Hey, you know, even go deeper. You know, it go deeper than the money. They go to nationalities, man. Because your house is, they say, like you might say, back in the ancient world, you might say, well, I'm from the house of So these devils stole every fucking thing you got, man. Go ahead,
It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Yeah, and that's where we at right now in the process. These devils don't feel quietness in their belly because of us. They getting them alerts, you know what I mean? Damn, we're bringing out the chip, you know what I mean? Bob, he just bring out the fucking tip. What you want me to do? I can't. The devil's going crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, he shall not save of that which he desires.
Oh, and that's going into seize the control of the planet Earth, man. They want total control. Somebody did a video of that real Apostle Bob. Total control. Because these devils, they really ain't got total control when you really deep. Like, the person who ain't got shit, you would think that they got total control. But when you really think, a deep thinker, you know that total control is to control even all the people, man. So that's what Esau want, and they lust, man. Go ahead,
It says, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
In the fullness of his sufficiency, he's gonna be in straits. That's what we had in the prophecy, man. These devils in straits, man. The straits a level of difficulty, man. Because they ain't able to push their agenda, man. And it's not gonna be a crowning achievement, man. Yep, go ahead.
It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Yeah, and that's the people. I thought the so-called what? That's talking about the other nations and Jake, everybody. All right, that ain't just talking about Esau right there. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that word goes to laborers.
Yeah, laborers. That's oh, matter of fact, get that. I was just thinking about that. Give me that in that James chapter. It said those who cut down their fields. Yeah, because the so-called white man used everybody for his own gang at the expense of everybody out here, man. The so-called white man has prospered, man. So it's gonna come a time where the laborers, and that's what that word wicked going into, all the laborers, they're gonna flip the script. They're gonna turn on you damn devils, man. All right?
This is Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Right, so everybody gonna turn on the so-called white man. That's why Cain made that plea to the Lord. Whoso shall find me shall slay me, man. All right. Whoever got that James,
Yeah, I got
you got it? Okay, right now.
Yeah, the James 5:4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept by fraud.
See, kept by fraud. Meaning what? When you go back into Jekyll Island and all these different places where the so-called white man had these secret meetings, they took all the gold, they seized all the gold on the planet Earth, and they gave your ass pieces of paper, man. That means they took everything by fraud. Matter of fact, give me that in Sirach 10. You know exactly what it is. It's 10, 8 or something like that.
Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealing.
See, unrighteous dealings, man. These devils took over the world and they gave your ass some paper, man. And you got niggas walking around like Bootsy, nigga, got tons of, man, they holding with the shit. That's why, man, the Lord can't kill you niggas quick enough, man. You're a blot, man. You're a stain on Israel, man. Go ahead.
Said because of unrighteous dealings,
Go ahead.
injuries, and riches got by deceit.
And riches got by deceit. That's what that's how the white man sees control of all the gold on the planet Earth, man. By deceit. All right? Go ahead.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, so that's the reasons why you devils can't hold fast to the kingdom, man. All right? Because when you read up and say, in Sirach, 2nd chapter, it say, and one more profitable. Matter of fact, read that. I think it's the 4th verse.
Yeah, this Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Meaning what? The Lord is the one who controls, who rules the earth or not. When you had them awkward gooks running shit, or them crazy ass Hamites, the Lord gave them the power to do so. Just like you got these weird Edomites running the earth, all right, in the form of these international banking centers, it was in the power of the hand of the Lord. All right, go ahead.
It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time, he will set off.
Fucking nigga, man. You gotta be in the wrong spirit to even like that noise, man. No, this ain't this.
Yeah, this Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
And that's dealing with Yahweh Shai alongside the governing body, which is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. So the so-called white man has forfeited any chances to continue running the planet Earth, man, because he's proven to be a fucking devil, man. He took the earth, took all the resources from the earth, you know. Then we're in the earth under your watch. You polluted the fucking earth, man. Fucking devil, man. All right, yo, go back, guys.
Yeah, this James 5 and 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crier, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Right, so the Lord hearing our cries, man. You know? And the Lord gonna avenge us of that. Because see, Esau, you know what Esau's main thing was? If we could keep the name away from them, then we could do whatever the hell we want. And then the Lord ain't gonna step in on their behalf. Because they're gonna continue to call on God, Jesus, Buddha, or whatever madness Jake get into. But the Lord goes through a monkey wrench in the plan, man.
Esau didn't know history, man. They know that anytime we was in a diverse situation, we came together and we called on the names of Yahweh.
Yeah, the book of Joshua. That's it. When you read the book of Joshua, every time we was in captivity, we called the name of the Lord. And what the scripture says, the Lord always raised up a savior for us, man.
This time,
but he took the name away. That's why the scripture said the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it. Saved. And we ran into the name. All right. Yep, go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yep, that's the spirit. You know?
that out.
So it's a reason for why you damn devils. There's a reason why you devils are going to lose the kingdom, man. It's not like the Lord just picking with you. Matter of fact, is there more on that? Somebody get Jeremiah 9 and 24 right.
Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 24. But let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord Yahweh Shai, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, says the Lord.
Right, so the Lord delight in these things, man. And one of those things is judgment, justice. That's why I brought up the scripture. I think it was the 1 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. It's the righteous thing unto the Lord to recompense, you know, tribulation, all those that troubled us, man. See what I'm saying? So how about you outside? It's all about justice. That's why the so-called white man gonna lose out and forfeit any chance of reign because he's proven to be an unfit ruler. Fucking devil, man. Here it is. You think now you want to scratch and claw and keep the kingdom that the Lord gave you. That's why when you read, I think it's in Ecclesiastes. He who stretches out his hand, get that out. And somebody give me Isaiah 20, Isaiah 24. They're like 5. Yep, see what you got.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and 31. Let not thy hand be stretched out to receive.
And that was the so-called white man did. He had his hand stretched out to receive. Give me Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24.
Job 9 and 24. Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah, so what? When the Lord was ready to give the earth to Esau, he had his hand stretched out. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Crying like a little boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
See? So the earth was given into the hand. So when the earth, it ain't like Esau say, you know what? I ain't fit, Lord. I don't want the earth. Well, let's read this right here. He had his hand stretched out to receive the power over the earth, right? Go ahead.
It says, let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay.
So now it's time to give it up, and now you got your hand shut. That's Esau ass, man, for you, man. He had his hand stretched out to receive. Now it's time to repay, to pay back everything you stole, pay back everything, and your hand shut. No, I don't want to give it back. It ain't even yours in the first place, man. Like you had the Edomite come on. Hi, Jesus Christ. My name is DeMarco. You know? I'm an Edomite, and I want my birthright back. I'll do whatever. Bye. Man, what the fuck wrong with you, man? But there's a reason why. That's why I brought out the scripture. Because of unrighteous dealing, riches got by deceit, just this ill dealing, you know, in general. Now you ain't got the rulership no more, man. All right, give me I think it's 24, start at 5.
Isaiah 24 verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
And who is that? Who the rulers of the earth? So-called white man. Under the watch of this devil, the earth is in decline, man. Period, man. All right?
Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance.
The order is all messed up. Go ahead.
Broken his everlasting covenant.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 24 verse 6. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth.
See, that's what the curse devoured the earth. There's a dark cloud that follows Esau, man. All right, wherever this man go, he's the harbinger of death. Whatever you know, the old cartoons, like you had the death guy, you touch a flower and it dies. That's Esau, man. That's all set up in the spirit. Go ahead.
Therefore, it says, and they dwelleth therein are dissolved. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
See, and that few men is us, man. So because of this devil doing what he did, it's going to spill over. It's a sequence of events that's going to happen, but ultimately the earth going to be destroyed, man. And it's all because the so-called white man is in time. It's like if somebody got a hit on somebody, you know what I mean? If you hang with them, then you're going to feel the brunt of that hit. You're going to get the strap metal from that hit, man. You're subject to get killed if you're in a car with the nigga. Because all the heat coming, you're going to get that. Yep. 13th chapter. So that's the whole idea of the so-called white man coming into power, right? It's going to bring nothing but death. You got something?
Okay. It's James chapter 5, verse 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Woo! Ye have condemned.
Oh, and that's, you get fat for the slaughter. You know, before you raise, you got a chicken farm, pig, whatever form, you fatten it up. And that's what Esau says, getting all fat just to get fucked over, man. Go ahead.
It said, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you.
Right, because going all the way back, man, even when you think about the natives, they didn't resist these devils, man. they actually welcomed them over here, man, only for them to take their land, man. All right? Go ahead.
No, that's
Yep, give it to me.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Right, so if you down with the guy that got a hit on his head, you're going to die. See? So that's why the scripture said, come from. Somebody give me that Romans, come from, not. Okay, Romans 12:2. And then somebody give me that rise and depart. Yep. And also, well, you ain't got to get it with the scripture. I quoted scriptures. It said, come out of her, my people, man. Yeah, yeah. Same Revelation. Yeah. But you ain't got to get it, but it said, yeah, come out of her, my people. That's going to actually be physically manifest. The Lord going to say, Quam means come up. Quam don't come, Yashala, right? But guess what? We actually came out of this place now. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this Micah chapter 2, verse 10 says, Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart.
Right, that's just like raising somebody from the dead. Lord, raise us up. All right, go ahead.
It said, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction.
Now, when you go into that, that's not literally talking about physics. Because you can be on a good diet, you can go get you a garden salad. You don't know what the hell they spray with. You breathing in shit. You know, it ain't really a physical thing, even though it's good to try to be healthy in this kingdom. But physically, we got to go through this. We got to feel the point. We got to experience this hell, man. That's what the scriptures say. The Lord come, there'll be no flesh remain to be saved. Then the scripture also say, though my outward man perish, my inward man is renewed. Okay? And furthermore, we're not taking these bodies up on those chariots, man. We're just going to take this mind.
In the twinkle of an eye.
Yep, in the twinkle of an eye. It's going to be changed, man. So it said this place is polluted. That's dealing with really the philosophies and the ideas. Our people into all types of madness. They say they Moors and they're into Islam and Christianity.
Rasta.
Yeah, Rasta. And even just some niggas sitting around, hey man, I got this plan where you can make $1 million within 20. You polluted, man. But we escaped the pollutions of that. And the scripture right here, well, I got through that, but this scripture talking about. See what you got?
The book of Romans, chapter 12, and verse. Oh, that's the
12 2.
Romans 12 and verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
Right, so it's your mind that have escaped the pollution. Right now, we don't know what. I mean, you don't even know what you're going to eat, man. When you actually eat something, you done ate all types of bullshit. The Lord merciful to give you a digestive system, man. And you know what else prove that? Because the scripture say even the mind is seared, the country, even that country is seared. So that means the pollutions is in your mind. We escape the pollutions of this world by way of this knowledge. Oh, Yahweh said our word made you clean, right? If we clean, we don't know what the hell we got. You know what I mean? To be honest, man. Yeah, bird flu.
I got that word conform in Romans 12 and verse 2. The pronunciation, Suzah Ma Tizo. All right, and excuse me if I'm off with the pronunciation. All right, the definition says to conform oneself, i.e., one's mind and character, to another's pattern, fashion oneself according to. Right?
Yeah, so, yeah, now you do supposed to try to do the thing that don't mean you to be reckless, but really what you do is you transfer your mind. And we have already done that, man. The mere fact that we out here teaching this word, we got this word, we got the names of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Because that's why the scripture say the captive exile hastened to be loosened, man. And Yahweh Shah even said that I come to save the truth.
And the pronunciation of that word was Su'eza Tizo. Right? Suheza
Yeah, that's a
Tiso.
mouthful.
Like the basketball said that. And
Mouthful.
that's a
You
mouthful.
would have never got that, Jay. You know what I mean? Give me Psalms 119, house. I think it's bad. Yeah, somebody can get that. I believe that Jeremiah 2 and 20 or something like that. It said, "Go down, take one soul." I believe it's Jeremiah 2 and 20 or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere up in there. Go ahead,
This is Psalm 119 and 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word.
Right, and we know that Jeremiah, John 15:3 said, "You are now clean through the word I have spoken to you." So, you know, we making that transition out of this world by way of this knowledge, man. And that's the only thing you got. All right. So you got that out?
I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Romans chapter 8, verse 27. It says, "And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to them who are the called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknew, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called."
Right, and the mere fact you was called in, you was predestinated to be called in. And when you go into that word right there, for call, it actually means invite. If you look up that word, that's the 30th verse, right? You look up that word for call right there, it means invite, man. Romans 8 and 30. So how could you come to the Lord unless you was invited? So the mere fact you woke up and you came to the truth, Lord invited you, man. See? Yep, go ahead.
And whom he called, them he also justified.
You justified.
There was no gal found in their mouth.
Matter of fact, go to the first verse in there.
It's Romans chapter 8, verse 1. There is therefore no condemnation to them which are in Yahushua HaMashiach.
That's the justified part. Meaning you might, you might go off, man. Hey, look, if you doing this work, that's why the scriptures say charity covers a multitude of sins, man. And that charity not sliding a nigga $20. That charity going out there teaching. You got brothers on the coming board learning, man. And they're going to be comforted and strengthened by us coming out sacrificing, man. Lord will honor that, man. Was that definition? Was that the right definition?
This is the word, the definition of for call is Strong's G 564 kaleo, and the definition says to call aloud, utter in a loud voice, to invite.
I thought so, to invite. So the Lord invited you to his he invited you over to the house of David. Oh yeah,
to give a name
to give a name to. Yeah, that's a bad chapter in
Whoa!
Give a name.
That's heavy, man. Because the elect are the only ones that was predestinated to receive the name of Yahushua, to receive that white stone in the book of Revelation.
See?
You know?
That was all predestined, man. Damn. To go back to the analogy of a movie. You go the damsel in distress already, you cast the movie. You already know who's gonna be the ones I'm gonna save, the ones I'm gonna kill. And man, that's why we gotta thank the Most High, man. We gotta thank the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because Hebrews the 10th chapter give you comfort. It said, well, if the 6th chapter of the 10th chapter, the Lord is not righteous to get your work. So the Lord put the Spirit on us to actually go out and do the work so he can reward us. So
labor of love, that's right.
So even us coming out here doing the work, you got to thank the Lord for that. Really, we can't take credit for nothing.
Unprofitable servant. Unprofitable servant.
Because he made us servants so we could get rewarded, man. It's heavy, man. And when you go into that word servant, it means slave.
That's it.
It means slave. Yeah. And what does slave do? The bidding for somebody else. So when you really think about the deepness of that, that means you are acting in a movie. I'm paying, you doing what I told you to do. See what I'm saying?
This is some more on that definition.
Yep.
This is a beautiful definition. It says to invite, to call, i.e. to name by name, to give a name to, and we receive the name of Yahweh Shai, to receive the name of Yahweh Shai, receive as a name, to give some name to one, call his name. That's the only way to salvation, man. Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai meaning deliver or mean save, man.
Well, somebody real quick, since he said that, give me St. John 6, I think in 44.
This is St. John chapter 6 and verse 44. It says, no man can come to me except the Father which have sent me draw him.
That's called. So the mere fact that we came in, the Lord did the movie. He wrote it out. So we can't even take credit for doing this.
And I will raise him up at the last day.
Now, now you think that's now you think when you go into the definition for that word, it means to drag off. Now the first thing you think about, right? Let's say if you're out playing, and you're a kid, and your mama them tell you to come in, you don't come in, or they doing some shit. They doing something like that. Your mama them don't come and grab you by the ear, so drag you back. So that was the Lord. The Lord drug us off, man, because we here. So that's a bad definition when you think about draw, man. So it really was the Most High, all right? So anybody else got something? Anybody else got something? Got something else all right? Yeah, man, so with that, want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash.
I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, but the water, how about you now, Shai, putting the spirit on us to come out and teach this word. Double honor to the head apostles and elders, the great millstone, all the sincere brothers that's throughout the four corners of the world, laboring in his work. To the next time, we say shalom.
Shalom. Give to America.
PTA.
PTA.